Why do you think a lot of students are failing? What do you think is the reason? I have an answer to that. Students actually fail because they don't study. That's it. That's it. Okay? But anyways, I would like to disagree. Okay. And you
I'm
disagree
off,
with
but
Can
you
please,
study,
if you may,
you don't
excuse
study.
us?
That's why you fail.
Thank you. Okay.
I am so sick of having to explain to idiots and just insignificant people, but let us just go through this one more time for the dum-dums in the back of the room.
What he just mentioned is something that affects each and every student. So, what are the solutions? What are other 5 things that cause you to fail? Well, I have an answer to that. Today we're going to be discussing 5 things that make you fail as a student. Why do we discuss them? Because we want solutions. So I'm going to discuss these 5 things that make you fail, or 5 things that cause your failure academically, and their solutions. So if you're new to the channel, please make sure that you click the subscribe button, and if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, and like the video please, and share to other people so that they receive it well. So let us just not waste time and get to the video. Okay, let's go. On number 1, we have wrong study techniques. I think I've discussed it before, but I don't know, so you need to check out my other videos as well. This one is the main problem that a lot of learners or students face in general. And how do we know that we're using the wrong study techniques? Usually people go for study marathons and still fail. Like, study marathons is like when you study the whole night, the entire night, without resting or just taking a little break, and you still fail. Sometimes you implement the textbook study techniques and they're still not working for you. Then you're going to end up concluded that I'm dumb, I can't do this, I can't do that. That is caused by the wrong study techniques. You are using the wrong study techniques. That is why your marks will always go lower and lower and lower.
Just know you're going down.
So what you need to do is try out other study techniques. Try to find what you like instead of just going with the train of other people or other people's ideas, So just try to know how you understand a certain concept. For example, if you're doing geography and you pass geography compared to other subjects that are based on theory, you just need to make sure that whatever study method that you use for geography is the same when it comes to the other related subjects or other theory subjects. And when it comes to physical sciences, that's a practical subject, and together with accounting, you need to make sure that you have a specific topic in that subject that you enjoy, and just analyze the way that you study the topic, and just study the entire subject with the way that you study the topic. You cannot apply the same study techniques when it comes to mathematics and life sciences, because these 2 subjects are not the same. How do you differentiate between the 2 subjects? Obviously, you cannot read through theories on mathematics and life sciences as well. Mathematics needs you to be practical, while life sciences needs you to be both practical and theoretical. Wow, did I say theoretical? English. So you need to make sure that you know how to weigh your study techniques when it comes to practical subjects, mathematics, accounting, your physical sciences, and whatever, those that needs you to calculate most of the times. You need to make sure you have specific study techniques for those, and specific study techniques for English, life orientation, and others as well, business studies, and so on. So in order for you to stay balanced, you need to weigh out the 2 study techniques, because you cannot mix them. You can't mix them. You can't practice life sciences and read mathematics. That is impossible, because there are some students who say, I studied mathematics the whole night and I still failed. You failed because you didn't practice mathematics. You only took the textbook and read the textbook. You didn't actually do the work. Mathematics needs your body to be in the zone. It's unlike other subjects, business studies, where you have to cram an essay. So just make sure that you know the difference between the practice subjects and the ones that needs you to read. So Yeah, let us just go to number 2. Yay. The second cause of the reduction of your marks is actually being not okay. It can be either physically, emotionally, or mentally. Most of the times it's mental. You might find out that you're not even sure how you're feeling at the time that you have to study, and you have no idea how to tackle that issue. You need a break. I mentioned this in my other video where I mentioned how to study when you are tired or how to study when you're bored. Make sure that you take breaks. These ones are very important for your mental health, because if you don't take breaks, you're going to be exhausted and all you're going to do is sleep. Even throughout your timetable study session, you're going to sleep. Even in class, you're going to sleep. So you need to take breaks. And also, if you feel like you are overwhelmed, just make sure that you communicate with your teachers. I would advise you to actually go to a teacher that you trust and a teacher that you have formed a close relationship with, so that you sit down and talk to that teacher and you find the root of the problem, so that you're able to identify the problem and just solve it as it is. This will help you actually go back on track with your studies. Make sure that you take care of your mental health as much as you take care of your physical health. Your mental health matters more than anything. So let us go to number 3. The third reason why you fail is because you're a procrastinator. Okay. You are a procrastinator. You will do everything later, or you will do everything tomorrow, or you'll do everything in the next few hours. Okay? That's what you are, a procrastinator. And this is coming from a world-renowned procrastinator.
A world-renowned procrastinator.
You know, you need to be consistent. Consistency is key. Study. Discipline goes along with consistency. You can't be consistent without being disciplined. Okay? Apply these 2 things and you won't regret it. Make sure you are disciplined and make sure you're consistent. Being consistent doesn't mean you doing it every day, but it means you doing enough, and not too much, not too less, just enough. Just as much as you are consistent with posting 50 posts on Facebook and 70 comments on Facebook, make sure that you have the same energy towards your books. This is not an insult, but it's an advice. I used to procrastinate a lot. I used to be like,
I'll write the assignment tomorrow, man.
because I still have like 5 days before, and I will find myself having a lot of pressure, and that had a negative impact when it comes to my marks. So I don't want that happening to you. Okay, let us just go to number 4. Reason number 4: not putting in enough effort. As students, we tend to think that we know it all, or we think CPF, cram, pass and forget is the only way. It's not. It's not the only way. It will catch up with you at the end of the year. You need to make sure that you stay away from cram, pass and forget. You need to make sure that you have a study plan that will keep you in line with your work. That will make sure that you know what you are doing. Don't be like, I will cram the day before. Then you know nothing. You know nothing. You cram the day before, then you cram 16% of what is going to be in the examination. Then you're going to be like, I failed. No, you failed because you crammed. You failed because you didn't put enough effort. This is on you. Put enough effort. That's it. Put enough effort by creating a study plan. Let us go to number 5. Number 5, you failed because you're just bad at a subject. Let's face it, there are subjects that you cannot balance, you know, and a lot of you are struggling with mathematics. You'll be like, I'm bad when it comes to mathematics. I don't know how to tackle maths. I don't know how to tackle physics. Once a subject is too difficult for me, I tend to lose motivation and be like, it is what it is. Let's just keep it moving. But that is really, really bad. And it's going to affect me very badly, especially my average mark. What I can tell you is the solution to this, being bad at the subject, is actually not giving up on a subject. Make sure that you don't give up on that subject. It may be difficult, yes, but there are some people who pass the subject. Use them as motivation, and also you can look at a subject from a different perspective. Do not just look at a subject with one eye. Look at it with 7 eyes and be like, okay, this is how the subject looks. If I were this person, I would look at it in this point of view, and you will find ways on how to tackle the subject itself, and you will see that it's actually not difficult. It is just easy. You just didn't know how to approach the subject. And if you are bad at the subject, it is possible for you to be good. So if you're struggling with a subject, consult a teacher who is knowledgeable in that subject, or a teacher who teaches you that subject, and they'll explain each and every concept to you better, because sometimes we understand better in one-on-one sessions with our teachers. If you found this video valuable, please make sure you subscribe, like, and share this video. And thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you so much for watching. And apply other study techniques. Go watch my videos, go watch them, and you'll find more information. For now, I am off. It's Sim Gifty again. See you next week.